Yeah, kick him in the chin. He won't be able to eat Squiddy. Okay. I'm sure that helped in some way. Anyway, welcome back, guys, to AI, the Somnium Files NirvanA initiative. We left off in... Oh, what was this place? It was like that mysterious... I can't remember. I'm sure we'll find out very quickly here, but whatever that mysterious organization, NICE, that was mentioned in the first game, though I don't remember... I remember it being, like, referenced as, like, a spooky boogeyman kind of thing. Was that ended up, like, being a thing in the game? I can't remember. Anyway. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and start off here. And we already looked at some stuff. I thought we already looked at this. Yeah. And, I guess we'll get started learning about this place.
That's the non-Upal X, the symbol of nines.
Who are you?
Non-Upal means consisting of 9. You know how there's single, double, triple? Non-Upal is the 9th.
So non-Upal X means 9 X's?
Seems so.
Did you know that Nizadlaws is derived from 9x of lozenge?
Really?
Lozenge referring to a diamond
Oh,
shape.
not like I'm sick, I need a lozenge.
In other words, Nizadlaws means the 9 X's of the diamond.
Alright, that's pretty mysterious. I don't think these people were in the first game. At least, maybe the organization was, but not... Like, I don't remember this person. Saw something. Just for a brief moment. And I don't know where it went. Houseplant, maybe? Yeah. Mamoru.
Yeah, but I'm also her bodyguard. I used to be a bodyguard for a certain politician until the end of last year.
Right.
He was a piece of human garbage.
Is this the guy that I think... Yeah, I think this was guarding that politician in the last game.
Slugged him in the face and resigned. Then ended up here thanks to an acquaintance introducing me.
It's Tokiko Secretary Mamoru. So we can wink sync with him, it looks like.
I was only hired recently. I don't know much about it, really. Something funny. There, I said it.
Ooh, good one.
Your badge.
That's something phony.
What is this? A vaudeville routine? That wasn't funny at all.
Alright, so we can wink sync. Oh, we can wink sync with either of them. But if I remember right, you could only do it like once a day or something. So maybe there's an importance to not wink syncing with literally anybody and waiting until like the right moment. I would think the bodyguard probably wouldn't have quite as interesting information as the leader would here.
Judging by the way you asked that, I assume that's Jin's estimated time of death?
Well, yes.
I was in Okinawa from the night of the 8th. I had a seminar to attend on the 9th and 10th. I returned to Tokyo late last night.
I checked the logs for hotels and airports, for smartphone access points, and the security footage for each location. It's true that Tokiko was in Okinawa from the 8th to the 10th.
So she has an alibi.
As long as you presume Jin's body wasn't brought back with her from Okinawa.
I had a very hard time finding the place. After all, NICE is a secret organization hidden from the
I
public.
was gonna say, do we just stroll upon here like it's normal?
That's a good thing Boss just happened to know someone who knew this location. Otherwise, we would have been out of luck.
Even after I got inside the building, it wasn't easy. The guards, the security gates. If I hadn't met Mamoru at the entrance, they probably wouldn't even have made it to this office.
I know about Abyss, and I know it's trustworthy. That's why I let you through to talk to the president.
Okay. So she didn't exactly invite us.
Anyway, I was surprised. I had heard of NICE, a secret organization, but I thought it was just an urban legend. I can't believe it actually exists.
Yes, there has been all sorts of gossip about us. Some claim we're a secret society of Satanists, or that we have something to do with a sequence of binary code that came from space. But that's all nonsense. Made-up stories that become more and more embellished as they were passed on. Rumors are quite a terrifying thing. NICE is a perfectly legitimate ideological society. Our headquarters are located in New York, with many branches in cities throughout the world. This is one such branch. This is a common misconception, but NICE is not a religious organization. We are a group of like-minded individuals who act together based on a certain understanding of the universe.
And that is?
The simulation theory. Have you heard of it?
That, like, the universe is just, you know, a giant computer program?
That the world is an
Yeah.
artificial simulation of reality created by someone or something. That's the theory.
You're saying everything in this world we're living in isn't real?
Yes. It's a false world constructed with specific rules by a program. And if it is made by a program, there must by necessity be imperfections, edges, or seams. To find these seams, or to create them, is our objective.
Why would you do that?
If you tear at the seams of a cloth, it will unravel, and a hole will be created. Thusly, we will tear at the seams of the program until it is unraveled, and its people are emancipated. That is our ultimate goal.
So, like, is that not gonna kill us if that happens?
This old hack has completely lost it.
Yeah. That sounds like it could be pretty bad.
Considering the fact that you are here, I assume it would be pointless to hide it. Indeed, I had my subordinates create that video. BATS 490 was an ARG, just a game. But there was a high-level encryption hiding a message within. We have been seeking high IQ individuals with the capability to decode it. The purpose was to recruit them into NICE.
So this QR video was made for the same reason?
I am aware of that video. I saw it on the news. However, it's completely unrelated to NICE. I assume someone made it with the intent to imitate BATS 490.
What do you think, Tama?
Hard to say on that alone.
I don't want to necessarily give up on some of these things. I'm also worried that if we don't wink sync, we're potentially missing an opportunity. But because it's giving me the option on everybody, it really makes me think, like, you really shouldn't waste it on the wrong person, but I don't know exactly who would be right. She seems like she'd be a good candidate for it, so maybe if we run out of talking points, I'll probably wink sync with her.
The intersection between the warp and weft. That's where the seam can occur.
I don't understand.
You will someday. It is a prophecy. It will be fulfilled eventually.
What is that?
It's a hand sign we use. It's meant to resemble the sign behind me.
That was rude. You can't just make signs at me. Show me the hand sign again. Okay. Is this like my is your gang sign? Kind of looks like it.
Do you mean the man from Horodori Institute of Genetics?
So you do know him. I'm actually here because of a tip I got from him.
Shikara is under arrest?
No, he was just released earlier. We didn't have enough evidence to keep him detained.
I see. Shikara is a former member of NICE, though this was over 20 years ago. When he left us, he became an avid believer in the Order of Percent.
Order of Percent?
It's an organization that split off from NICE. You could say they are a sect. The Order of Percent is a religious sect, whereas we are an ideological society. Despite our common roots, we are heading in completely different directions.
Then how did Chikara know that NICE created BATS 490?
I wouldn't know about that. Perhaps he asked an acquaintance from NICE. By the way, would you mind if I asked you a question?
What is it?
Are you perhaps A Freyer?
Freyer?
Frey. I thought I heard that somewhere before.
I am asking the person within
Oh,
you.
am I a Freyer?
What?
I will ask you one more time. Are you a Freyer?
Oh, this could go bad. Yes.
Hey, Ryuki.
As I thought. Then you've realized this world is fictional.
Oh, wait, so was it free to fray or something? Is fray referring to, like, fraying of thread in the seams of the world, so to speak?
Am I correct?
Ryuki, what's gotten into you?
Yes, I understand it all. It all makes sense now.
Then please tell me the nil number.
Ah,
If you truly are a Freya,
okay.
you should know it.
So yes, this looks to be something that I'll have to come back to at some point to go farther on once I learn the secret number. Dang it.
So, you don't know. In other words, you lied.
Maybe a little.
Oh good, she saw right through it. I thought that I could get her to keep talking if I faked my way through it.
Way to go.
What is a nil number?
Should I put it like 0? Nil for 0?
What is a Freyer?
Oh yeah, now she's not going to talk to us. Yep.
Frey. Right. I remember now.
It was written on that sign.
Frey to free. Frey can mean fight, but it can also mean to wear out or tear.
Yep, there you go.
Remember what Tokiko said.
Okay, so it seems like this could potentially be linked to Nyes or to whatever the order of percent or whatever that name was, because they're clearly talking about, you know, fraying of the simulation or whatever you want to call it. And if you were to fray the simulation, then you could become free. Potentially.
Their ultimate goal is to break down this world and emancipate its people.
Miss Shigure, are you sure Nyes didn't make the QR video?
We did not.
But the word Frey was written on that sign in the QR code.
We of Nyes are only involved in Bats 490, which we created half a year ago. We are not the ones who created the QR video. The word Frey being displayed on that sign must be a coincidence.
That can't be just a coincidence.
Oh, but it can. After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program. And such programs always have some glitches lurking under the surface. We call such glitches seams.
That you would fray, right?
Coincidences like this are a manifestation of such glitches. Proof of imperfection. Proof of the seams. The appearance of Jin's corpse is also likely to be an example of such phenomenon.
What?
Are you familiar with the Philadelphia experiment?
Seems pretty convenient, you know, that you could just call anything that's like unexplainable a glitch in the program, and that it all makes sense. Just proves your point.
It's a top-secret military experiment that's said to have taken place in the American city of Philadelphia on October 28th, 1943.
Oh boy, it's my favorite alternate history.
A powerful electromagnetic wave was fired towards the USS Eldridge, a destroyer-class warship. Supposedly, the reason for doing this was to conceal the ship from showing up on radar. But as soon as the experiment began, something strange happened. The Eldridge was enshrouded in a greenish mist, then vanished. Afterward, it appeared at a military port in Norfolk, nearly 200 miles away from the shipyard in Philadelphia. Sometime later, it reappeared in its original position again.
So you're saying it teleported?
Well, it's nothing but an urban legend. Just an occult story with low
I
credibility.
love alternate history. It makes it so much more interesting. I relayed Thomas' story directly to Tokiko.
Yes, exactly. However, the story doesn't end there. When the USS Eldridge returned to Philadelphia,
Is it called Eldritch because, like, you know, it's like mysterious and otherworldly?
there were several sailors on board, but Some of them had melted like a rotten
Banana?
while others ended up with their bodies entirely burned and blackened.
This is sounding a little bit familiar.
Others were said to have merged with the steel hull, their bodies having become a piece of the ship.
That sounds pretty awful.
Does that sound familiar?
You mean Jin? Are you saying his right half teleported here?
It isn't impossible. If a seam was torn, that is.
Impossible.
How do you tear at a seam with like a missile? Okay, so I missed my chance to wink sync with one of them. Not exactly sure if that would have helped or not. The next person I see that I can use it on, I'm going to try to use it. And see if that helps. Because if nothing else, I'd be wasting it if I don't use it, right? I was gonna say, what?
You like this park, don't you?
Say, what the heck am I doing here in the middle of a park alone? But no, I'm talking to Tama, so it's perfectly normal.
I feel calm when I'm around nature. It's like I can feel the buzz inside me quieting down. Tama, what do you think about what Tokiko said earlier? Is something like teleportation really possible?
Hey, come on. I told you the Philadelphia experiment is just an urban legend.
How else can you explain what happened with Jin? We can't deny that his right half suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
Jeez. Then why don't we find out for ourselves?
What do you mean? You want to go to the studio right now?
No need. Just close your eyes.
My eyes?
Just do it!
Okay.
Well, this is convenient.
What the? Did we teleport here?
Are you serious?
We're in Studio Devita, aren't
We're
we?
in a simulation inside of your mind.
It just seems that way. We're not actually there. Last night, I scanned every nook and cranny of the scene. What you're looking at now is what I replicated using that data.
Wow. It's like I'm actually there. The corpse looks so real.
Want me to put a mosaic over it?
Uncensored is fine.
Now, less digressing and more investigating. Your objective is to solve the mystery behind the sudden appearance of Jin's right half.
Alright, let's start looking around.
Virtual reality activation. Okay. Neat. This is kind of cool. I like this. Yeah, we can walk around with Ryuki. Yeah, we're leaving. Bye.
Maybe it's for having tea during breaks.
It would be kind of a useful ability for an investigator to be able to just pull up the crime scene at any point, right? Not necessarily have to rely on first-time investigation and all that. If you could just somehow scan the room and use that for later points. What is that? Why is that linking up to the light like that? Does that have a purpose? Okay, so...
Wow.
yeah,
I can switch to X-ray mode too.
that's convenient.
That's because I've gathered all data from the scene.
And how come you don't know what's going on, Tama? You should explain this to us. Alright, so clearly there's something inside the body. There's also a lot of mannequins back there that we couldn't see otherwise. That appears to be all that the X-ray's giving me. I guess you could see the mannequins if you go to the right spot.
The questions for the quiz also show up here too. Huh.
Okay. If I hold Q... oh, I guess I'll get more viewing modes. That is, I don't like how flickery that is. Oh, it's because I'm still holding it. I stop holding it and it doesn't do that anymore. Okay.
These aren't good for much other than for show.
Okay.
Looks like it's there so the performers can check how they look on screen.
You would think they'd have some sort of... Oh, hello? Yes? What skill can defeat an old man? Yes. Yes, we got MoMA E. I became an adult E. Eyebally strategy guide? Okay. Okay, so I need to look at the eyebally strategy guide in the file real quick then. So I can learn how to eyebally correctly. Is that manual? I don't even remember where... Oh, there it is. Eyebally strategy information. Make sure you raise them to become an eyeballies baller. Okay, so we went for Mizuki IE. So we should try the other ones. There are rumors after clearing the game you can answer questions without waiting 20 minutes. Okay. I don't really know what the strategy with all this is, but I guess... Well, you get the same eyeballs, regardless. Does it matter which one I get? Or is it only like when you get new ones, you get the eyeballs? Okay. I was gonna say, you would think that they would have this on some sort of time delay being a live thing, just to keep, like, problems like this from occurring, right?
I wonder how deep this sign is embedded.
What do we do at times like these?
Right, the X-ray.
We'll look at it in a second.
Like I mentioned yesterday, Jin's estimated time of death is 6 o'clock on February 9th. Based on the time his corpse appeared, it should be about 40 hours ago. Rigor mortis seems to be fading already. It's not completely gone yet, but the body has somewhat softened at this point. It should take more time to get to this stage if it's been on a rooftop in the winter. That's why I think this corpse was kept indoors, someplace warm.
Okay. This is kind of cool, though, because, like, I don't think there was really a ton of investigation in the last game. Like, there was a little bit, but you didn't get to freely walk the crime scene. You were mostly just pinned in one spot and, like, rotated. Which is, you know, you could do a little investigating that way, and there was points where you would, like, move forward. But most of the free movement was restricted to, when you were in the Somnium. So... And a lot of that wasn't really investigative. A lot of that was like solving like random puzzles. And then you'd learn something at the end. Anyway. Yeah, looks like the signboard is
The bottom
pretty
part of the
embedded.
signboard is stuck pretty deep in there.
There's a bit of a curve at the tip. Kind of like a man's, you know
Like
what?
a what?
Couldn't you have compared it to a fishhook or something?
Well, it won't come out easily. Whoever stuck it in probably didn't want it pulled out.
Of course not. A signboard would be useless unless it's standing.
It's useless unless it's standing?
Let's not go there.
No, that's not what I meant.
Okay. Wonder if we can use this to help us see the back of the set. Mannequins. Okay. I guess anything relevant will only be highlighted when you're in that mode. Or anything you can look at. Okay.
What's this? There's something inside the body.
It looks like there's two tubes and one, like, spring thing.
3 things catch my attention. First, a mixture of potassium chlorate, sulfur, and red phosphorus. This is probably a fire starter. It would ignite very easily. The fuse is coiled up and extends from there. By the way, the fuse includes an oxidizing agent, so it can continue to burn even inside the body. And finally, at the end of the fuse is a powder mixture of iron oxide and aluminum. This is a substance that causes a thermite reaction. When ignited, it creates heat of over 3,000 degrees Celsius and burns violently.
Well, that sort of makes sense with what we saw. That could be pretty dangerous, you know? You could kill somebody with that, like this man who's dead. Okay. Oop. I clicked out of the game for a second. Okay. So what else is there to look at in here, then? Do we look at the body again? I guess so.
This. Getting a better look at it, it looks like something tied to his waist. It's like a spider's thread. No, even thinner.
Is this what that weird thing connected to the light I thought was?
My analysis concludes that this is a CNT, or carbon nanotube. Graphene sheets with the thickness of a single carbon atom. These were rolled into a cylindrical shape to make these nanotubes. The diameter is about 0.4 nanometers.
So how would we have seen this? I guess we wouldn't have seen this. Tama would have been the one that had seen this.
A single nanometer is 1/1000th of 1 meter, so it's not visible to the naked eye.
What? But I can see it.
That's because this thread is made by bundling multiple CNTs. I've also enhanced your vision so you'd be able to see it. By the way, CNTs are extremely durable. They're elastic and hard to break, and it's said that their theoretical maximum tensile strength is 50 times that of steel. Anyway, where is the other end of the CNT connected?
So what does it do? Is it like... I mean, it's tensile strength, right? So it's designed to hold weight. Is that what we're referring to? Probably.
That way. Over by that red lamp.
Okay. So I did see that. I was like, why doesn't it let me do anything? I guess it must just be like an artistic flourish. Because it looked like it was just connected to the light up there. And maybe it was supposed to indicate that the light, or the switch, connected to the lights and turned them on and off, or something. Though it does appear to be tied to the handle, or the lever of the light switch, so maybe it still does.
What's this?
It's the light switch.
The CNT is tied to it.
Okay, it looks like we're pretty much done investigating
So
here.
does the weight from the body cause the switch to flip, maybe?
Using the clues we've gathered so far, we should be able to solve the mystery.
You mean the mystery of how Jin's body appeared? That's what you're talking about, right?
Yep.
Can we? Because I don't know if we can explain the teleportation part of the process. Okay.
Let's get on that now.
Oh, but more just like how it appeared in this specific spot when the lights went dark. So it probably fell from overhead, maybe?
First thing, about that power outage when the body appeared. Was it really just a power outage?
I was wondering about that too. The lights came back on way too quickly.
Yeah, it's just a light switch, more likely.
Plus, if the power did go out, the stream should have cut out at the same time.
But the stream went on, no problem.
So it wasn't an outage. The lights were switched off.
So how did the lights get turned off?
Well, I think I know what did it.
With the light switch, yes.
That's the switch that powers the lighting.
Yeah, let's not overthink this. Someone simply walked up and flipped this switch.
But no one was near the switch when the lights went out. Let's try to think of something else.
So it was the nanotube. When the body started falling, perhaps, it flipped the switch. Although, it looks to me like it's fully extended now. So the lights wouldn't have come off till it was near the ground, I would think, if that was the case. But maybe, I don't know, maybe carbon nanotubes are like stretchy.